Hey guys, good morning. Happy Wednesday. So I see a lot of hype on the internet about, I probably shouldn't use the word hype, but a lot of content about buying existing businesses. And, with the baby boomers retiring, people say 10,000, 20,000 a day. A lot of them are closing their businesses or selling them. And for sure, there's great opportunities out there. But, in the title of the video is, are you buying a business? Or are you buying a lifestyle? And what I mean by that, it's some of the things that these folks don't talk about, and especially with the smaller businesses that are out there that you can buy, is you got to be sure that that's the business that you're interested in, because to find quality people to run those businesses, there's a reason why. And again, you can come in and buy that business and do a better website. And a lot of these people talk about doing a better website. It's true, a lot of these mom and pop businesses have never had a decent website, SEO, marketing, all this stuff, streamline things. You can do that, but at the end of the day, you got to find quality people to run the business. And the challenge of some of these smaller businesses is finding people who actually work in the businesses. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but I know for me over the years, and back in the days I used to own a fitness gym, and even this was years ago, I remember the challenge of finding people, quality people. And then you can find people, but finding quality people to work in the business, right? Because if you can't find the quality people to work in the business, then guess what? You're the one working those jobs. You're the one holding all those hats. And a lot of small businesses, that's what they're having to do right now. And COVID made it worse. A lot of people never came back from COVID. A lot of people never, took what they could and took off with COVID and never came back. And so it's really hard to find people to run the businesses. And so that's the other point where you really have to make sure that the business you're buying it's an industry, something that you're interested in. Again, it doesn't have to be your life's passion. I think that's another kind of misconception. I mean, it's great if you can have a business around your passion, that's great, but unfortunately most of the time it doesn't work out that way. So I think liking the industry, liking the vertical, I think if you can strive for that, then I think you're halfway there. But making sure you like that industry, because if you're buying a small business and you think you're just going to magically hire this manager that's going to run the business and you're going to be sipping Mai Tai on the beach, I don't think that's the wise way of going about it. I think that's a recipe for disaster. And I think that's kind of some of the fine print that a lot of these people on the internet are not talking about. And again, the point of this channel, right, is to, as I see that on YouTube, is to give you guys the other side of the story, right? For somebody like myself who's been an entrepreneur, business owner my whole life, and has had, I've owned retail, I've owned, fitness gym, I've been in that business. I know enough to know the challenges of owning a smaller business like that, and you just got to be aware of it. Again, it's not impossible. Nothing is impossible, and there's still. I'm not saying there's no decent people out there you can hire, but it's a real challenge, right? And that's why you're probably seeing, the other thing that's important for you to remember is, I'm sure you're seeing it in some of the businesses that you're frequent in your community. I know I'm seeing it since COVID. The customer service has really gone downhill, and it's not because the owner of that company or the management of that company is specifically going out there wanting their customer service to get worse, but it's the quality of people. They're having to lower their standards of people just to fill the spot. And so you walk into that store or you call that business and you might, or they miss up the order, or they're being rude, or whatever it is that you're experiencing. It's because of such a shortage of labor that to run a business these days, again, depends what vertical you're in, but a lot of these mom and pop businesses, I hate to say it, but you gotta lower the standards a little bit to fill the spots, or else you're not gonna have anybody working the business. Not every business that way, but I know a lot of retail businesses, a lot of small and pop businesses, that's the way they are. So if you want to buy a business, that's great. I mean, there's definitely the argument of of it can be somewhat easier to buy an existing business than starting from scratch. There's for sure a lot of truth to that. I'm not gonna dispute that, right? But if you're buying that mom and pop business, you really got to think through how you're gonna grow it, how you're gonna find the people, how you're gonna find the qualified people. Let's say you bring in all that business. I mean, just when you buy it, and you know, if it's a small enough business, most likely the mom and pop that's selling it to you, they're working that business every day, right? They're not sitting on the beach collecting checks, right? Or they wouldn't be selling it to you. So, do you like that business enough? Do you see yourself replacing them for at least a year or 2 or 3 or probably even more? You know, it's worst case. Let's say you're them in 5. Let's say you buy the business, doesn't go as you plan. You know, you're not able to really grow it. You're not able to bring on people so you can go sit on the beach. A lot of these people are leading you to believe that you can buy these existing businesses and do nothing. That's not the reality of life, right? They're just preying on you with these false promises. But you know, what are you going to do 5 years from now, right? And you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready that if the plan doesn't go according to plan, a lot of time that's what happens, unfortunately. Are you okay owning that business and running it and living it every day, right? That's why the title is, are you buying a lifestyle? And obviously the restaurant's the easy one to pick on, right? Just because it is such a hard business and there is such a high failure rate. And most of, and again, I'm not an expert in history, but if I had to go dig up the information, I could guarantee you that most of those businesses are owned by mom and pop, and it's mom and pop working that business every day, all day, you know, sometimes 7 days a week. You know, it becomes a lifestyle business, just like a farmer, right? A farmer's not just on for, you know, 5 days a week, takes the weekends off, and has, you know, 2 months of vacation a year. No, that's a lifestyle. That's a lifestyle business. And so a lot of these retail, a lot of these mom and pop businesses, they're going to be your lifestyle for a while. And are you okay with that, right? And again, you can grow the business. Absolutely, the possibilities are there. I'm not saying you can't, but you also got to answer the question: why have they not been able to grow the business, right? What are you going to do different? What's so magical about your recipe that these folks haven't done in 20 years they run the business? And it's true. Most of the time, these people, you know, mom and pops that, you know, don't have a real website, you know, don't run any really true marketing, and so those are obviously low-hanging fruits. And you know, I think just about anybody can do that and maybe pick up, you know, a bunch of business. But then, okay, so you pick up the business. Are you going to find the quality people? Are you going to find that quality person first to replace you, so you can go grow the business and then backfill? Are you able to hire consistently? And then what's the turnover rate, right? This is the other thing. And you know, when I had the fitness gym, that was the thing that was really tough. It's just the turnover rate that we had just at the manager level, right? And the manager was paid decently, was paid more than average in the area. And even then it was hard keeping people. And then you got to find somebody new and retrain them in your systems and bring up to speed. And then just the turnover rate can also really be difficult part about owning these small mom and pop businesses. So again, I just wanted to put this video together just to get you guys thinking, right? As you see a lot of stuff on the internet, and it's good that that's what I love about YouTube. I learn on YouTube too, and I love YouTube. There's all types of different topics I'm interested in, and I'm able to go down rabbit holes and learn from different people and pick up different things. But the point of this channel, again, is to give you the whole story, right? The fine print, the complete picture, and have you thinking, right? Really have you think before you take that first step, right? So if you can spend the time here with me, really thinking through that first step, which, you know, when I was younger and just wanted to go out and try these different businesses, obviously I didn't think through as much, right? You're younger, you're experience, you know, you want experience, and so you're just going out there. And so I'm trying to share with you guys what I wish I had known. Doesn't mean I wouldn't have done it. I don't regret any of it, because I'm glad for all the experiences I had and all the different businesses that I've had the pleasure of being a part of, and so I don't regret anything. But it would have been nice to also know a little more about the industries and how these businesses run and how to manage them. So please, comment, like. That helps get the conversation going. You can see, I think I'm on the, keep saying this example. I'm using this channel, as you can see, traction. I'm gonna do another video on traction, because look, I feel like I have a decent message. I've got good stuff to share, and I've got 30 videos in. I'm still 1 subscriber, so, which is great. Thank you for the 1 subscriber, and I'm glad the information out there, because also me doing these videos are therapeutic to me in the sense that the message is out there, right? I'm not cringing seeing this content on YouTube and wishing that there was somebody else giving the full picture. So this is the full picture, right, of that other message that you're seeing online. And traction's another thing I could do so many videos on traction, the importance of that, and I need to do another video of that. That's probably gonna be this week. But thanks for tuning in, and hope you guys are well. Talk to you soon.